All right, good morning, guys. Switching environments here, gonna move outside the school because it's a beautiful day. Unfortunately, this time of the year is usually when I get most excited about March Madness. But this year's a little bit different. We're gonna call this March Sadness. Due to the circumstances, we're not able to watch some of the best college basketball that and I'm sure many of you look forward to watching over the coming weeks. But that doesn't mean that we can't continue to practice our basketball skills. So today's focus is going to be on basketball and some of the fundamentals that we use in the sport of basketball that will assist you in becoming a better player and more familiar with the sport, and hopefully encourage you to play either recreationally or even competitively. All right, so a couple of different drills. I'm going to start with some ball handling drills. So if you have a basketball or any type of ball where you can join along with me, this is going to work on some hand-eye coordination. It also gets your confidence up with this ball in your hand. The first drill is just called hot hands, and we're working on passing the ball back and forth between the right and the left. Going to kind of challenge yourself to go a little bit faster, changing heights, changing directions, and changing speeds with the focus on having soft finger pads. So this is called hot hands. Then we also have around the world. You're going to go and take the ball around your body, and you can change at different levels to go up high and even down low around your feet. That's called around the world. The next is a figure eight. And you're going to start with the ball off the ground, and you can take and make the number 8 between and around your left and right legs. This is called the figure 8 drill. Figure 8 with the ball on the ground, same movement, but now you're just moving the ball around while it's on the ground. That's called the figure 8 drill with both the ball off the ground and on the ground. Next, we've got switcheroo. Switcheroo, the ball is going to go in between your legs just like so. You're going to take one hand and it's going to go in front of your body. The opposite hand is going to go behind your legs. Then you're going to bend your knees and reach down and grab the ball like so. Now I'm going to drop the ball, and as I drop the ball, it's going to bounce back up, but I'm going to take the hand that's in front and I'm going to move it behind, and the hand that's in the back, and I'm going to move that to the front, and this is called switcheroo with the bounce. And then you can challenge yourself by trying to switch your hands without letting the ball hit the ground. This is switcheroo without a bounce. Those are some ball handling drills. Quick hands, around the world, figure eight ball, on the ground, switcheroo, and switcheroo with no bounce. These will get you more familiar, more comfortable, and more confident with the ball in your hands. Now, moving along, in the sport of basketball, we want to learn the fundamentals. I'm a firm believer that a house built on the rock is going to stand firm, so I'm going to focus on 3 fundamental, foundational areas of basketball that I think will assist you. The first is dribbling, the second is passing, and the third is shooting. So we're going to go through each one of those stages, and I want you to follow along with me, all right? First is dribbling, all right? When we're dribbling, in order for us to move in basketball, we've only got 2 options. We can either dribble it, and that's done individually, or we can pass it using our teammates. For dribbling, I want you to focus on 3 areas. The first, dribble with your fingertips. You don't want to smack at the ball too hard. You want to have nice, soft hands so you can change directions. So, fingertips is the first area of focus, all right? Next, we want to make sure that we have the eyes up. If my eyes are up, then I can see everything going on around me. I can see the other players on the team, I can see the defender, and I can see where I am in relation to the goal and where I am going. All right, so fingertips, eyes up, and then also, lastly, our third focus area, we want to keep the ball at the waist or below. I don't want to dribble it up really high like this, because then the defender can come and take the ball from me. So I'm going to focus on keeping the ball nice and low when I'm dribbling. 3 focus areas: eyes up, fingertips, and waist or below. Now, there's 3 different types of drills that I like to do when it comes to dribbling, and that is alternating dribbling with the right hand, which looking at me is going to be your left, so turn it around here, right hand, and then switching to the left hand, and then a V dribble. So dribble along with me, right hand, left hand, and V dribble. Again, 3 focus areas, eyes up, fingertips, and waist or below. Practice these dribbling techniques at home, and I guarantee you that you will become a better basketball player, more comfortable and more confident with this ball in your hand. All right, for our next area of focus, we want to focus on passing. Our second fundamental area is working on passing. Dribbling is great, but dribbling is done independent, and basketball is not a solo act, it is a team sport. So you need to know how to work cooperatively with your teammates. One of the best ways that you can do that is to get them involved by passing the ball. If we pass the ball, we can get it up the court faster, more efficiently, more effectively, and we're going to score more points, thus giving us a greater opportunity to win the game. So our focus areas for passing are having your hands behind the ball. We want to make sure that we have our hands behind the ball. If my hands are on the side of it and I go to extend my elbows and push it out, it's not going to have enough velocity on it. If it doesn't have velocity on it, it's not going to reach its target. So the first thing you want to do is you want to have your hands behind the ball. Next, you want to make sure that you step towards your target. So that way, again, we're using all of our body together to get that force and power to the ball and getting it to its target. So after we have our hands behind the ball and we're stepping to our target, we also want to remember to extend the elbows. The extension of the elbows is what's going to push the ball towards our target to make sure that it is accurate, that it reaches it, and it hits your partner or your teammate in their chest. All passes leave from the chest and are received at the chest. If I receive a ball at the chest, then I have 3 options that I can do with it. I can A, shoot, I can B, make another pass, or I can already go down into my dribble. So all passes leave from the chest and received at the chest. There's 2 types of passes. I'm going to be using a wall today. Again, you can practice this at home by yourself. The wall is going to return the ball back to me. For my chest pass, I'm going to stand close to the wall. And again, I'm going to focus on my areas of hands behind the ball, stepping to my target, extending the elbows, and lastly, I want to finish with my thumbs down. It's popping that pass. So as I finish with my thumbs down, I'm making sure that I've got accuracy on my pass. So I'm just going to practice some chest passes off the wall like so. And again, if you're practicing this at home, make sure you're doing it outside, and a brick or a cement wall, a concrete wall is going to work best. If you have someone that you can practice this with, this is a great opportunity for you to learn and share your ideas and see what you're doing correctly and incorrectly and making those adjustments. So again, hands behind the ball, step into my target, extending the elbows, and then finishing with the thumbs down. Nice, quick, clean passes. The second type of pass is a bounce pass. All right, bounce passes are going to be a little bit greater in distance, all right, and they're very effective, but everything stays the same except for the ball is going to hit the ground, all right? Nothing else changes as far as the fundamentals of the movement. I want to make sure, again, that my hands are behind the ball, that I'm extending the elbows, and that I'm finishing with the thumbs down. Now, I'm going to bounce this, and it's going to hit the wall, and then it's going to return back to me. When you make a bounce pass, think of it like a percentage or a fraction. I don't want to bounce the ball at 1/4 or at 25%, because if I do that, it's not going to make it back to its target. It's not going to make it to its intended target. If I bounce it at 50%, it's going to get to my target, but it's possibly going to land down at their feet, down lower in their body. And again, all passes, we want them to leave from the chest and receive at the chest. If I bounced it all the way at 100%, it's going to hit my partner or my teammate down at their feet. That's not a bounce pass at all. So what I want you to do is I want all bounce passes to try to hit at 3/4 of the distance, or 75% of the distance. And if you do that, then it's going to come back and bounce right back into your chest. Or even better yet, if you're working with a partner, it's going to bounce and it's going to get them and hit them in the chest. Again, passing is so important, so critical in the sport of basketball. It allows us to move the ball quickly up the court. Two types of our focus areas on passing: the chest pass and the bounce pass. And things and cue points to remember: hands behind the ball, step to my target, extending the elbows, and finishing the thumbs down. Practice. All right, our final focus area for basketball today is on shooting. We've gotten the ball to the hoop, to the hole, to the hoop, to the basket. Now we've got to put it in there. We've worked on dribbling, how to get it up there independently. We've worked on passing, how to use my teammates to get the ball closer to the basket. But now we've got to put it in the cylinder. All right? I've got a 4-letter acronym, a word that I think will help you and assist you in shooting a better basketball shot. And that word is BEEF. B-E-E-F. BEEF. Now, each letter stands for something. The first is balance. B stands for balance. I want to make sure, again, just like in every sport, that I'm in a balanced position, that my feet are comfortably apart, about shoulder width. I want to make sure that my knees are bent, that my bottom's out, and that my weight is on my toes. All right? So the first is balance. Now, what I do want to have is I want to have my lead foot, that's my dominant side, slightly in front of my other. So the B stands for balance. The first E is my eyes on the rim, all right? I want to make sure that my eyes are fixed on the rim. I'm connecting my mind and my muscles together, all right? Whatever my eyes are fixed on, it's most likely that my hands are going to follow. I like to look at the back side of the rim and just imagine that ball going into the cylinder before I even shoot it. The second E is for elbows. And you want your elbows to go from an L position to an I position. All right? A little slogan that I like to teach my students is L to I and wave goodbye. That's L to I and wave goodbye. So you've got balance, you've got eyes, you've got elbows, and the F stands for follow through. Again, like with any other sport, we want to make sure that we always follow through. Follow through allows me to finish the movement. It allows for the rotation on the ball to take place, and it allows me to finish through a good jump shot. BEEF, balance, eyes, elbows, and follow through. Use those 4 letters in that acronym, and I am confident that you will become a better basketball shooter and overall player. Hope you've enjoyed this video. We're going to continue to post them. God bless you. Keep working hard. I'm super proud of each and every one of you. Keep up the good work.